said, "Hey, girl. Hey." Dear listeners, we would like to apologize for last week.
Yes.
Maim had a lot to do. I didn't,
Girl.
but I still.
Yeah, remember, even though I had a lot to do, I was ready.
You were.
It was gonna be hard, girl. It was gonna be hard.
Until on Sunday when I said, "Hey, can we cancel?" You're like, "Yes, Jesus, thank you, amen."
Well, especially because when you wrote me that, I was like walking back from the pride thing, the gay Ocho. I was sweating like a pig, and I was already a little cranky. I was like, "Sure, girl, yes, ma'am, yes, please, by all means."
Girl, so are you glad that there's no more spice in the world?
You know, I am, but at the same, okay, so I am obviously, but it is. I go back to what I said when we first started talking about them before. I felt so much like RuPaul set them up, and they were not ready in any way, shape, or form for this competition. And her lip syncing, it was just, I mean, it was like almost like it wasn't even funny. It was like kind of depressing because I was like, gosh, she really is like so green.
I will say, with as much as I like S titties, that was a bad lip sync for her too, right? Like,
I mean, it wasn't great, but at least it was like,
really like S titties. She is really
no,
grown on me. And I thought her looks, although that last look, it just needed to be cinched like this much. This much.
It's like she has this thing. I mean, I'm assuming that at some point on the show, we're going to hear about her body image issues, because clearly from her outfitting, she has some body image issues because she just will not tighten things more.
Yeah.
So clearly there's something going on there.
But she pads the hell out of her ass, and she'll make that tight.
Well, because that makes the other part look smaller.
But she just, the titty, it's never fitted right here.
Because the thing is that, okay, so controversial yet personal statement, right? These girls get these outfits made, and the people that make these outfits, whether it be themselves or anybody else, they make them with cups in mind. And a lot of these girls now, for whatever reason, just do not like having tits anymore. And every time you hear Michelle make a comment, it's like, think about Jax. Think about, they're like, it doesn't fit right. Yeah, it's not fitting right because the person designed it with cups in mind, and then they don't have tits. I don't understand. And I think it, for me, like, I get it. The really, really thin, super Violet Chachki girls, like, sure, they can do it because those dresses are like a size 0. Like, they don't need tits. But if you are anything beyond that, you have to do that to get the silhouette right. Like,
it's true.
It makes me crazy because I'll see the most beautiful dresses on that show, and I'm like, yeah, that would look fabulous. All right, that's enough ranting for that. I'm very upset.
I mean, or the other side of that is, have them designed to be a real thin model, right? Have them designed with, I mean, Charlize Theron's out there, looking beautiful.
Right. You're right.
Heidi Klum's out there looking beautiful. Like, you don't have to have titties to.
No, you don't have to have titties. And that's the thing. It's like, but that's what I mean. It's these people that they go to for these designs, right? And I know this just from the drag queens here. There are drag queen designers, and dear listeners that don't know that much about drag culture, there are people here that's their specialty. However,
they make lots of money.
And they make lots of money. However, a lot of them use the same patterns that they use for both the girls with boobs and the girls without boobs. And you actually have to like change the design if you're not going to have boobs. Like you can't just be like, oh, you're a size 12. Okay, great. It makes size 12 her. So, no, it's not the same. And so that's why they look baggy and just like unfinished. All right.
Are you done, girl? Are you done? Are you glad you got that off your chest? Pun intended.
I hate you right now. I hate you. Yes, no, I am actually glad about that.
I'm glad. Girl, speaking of getting things off your chest, did you know that we have a Patreon?
That was a terrible transition.
Listeners.
That was terrible.
Well, you didn't leave me with much. If you go to patreon.com,
like those cups,
Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
What?
Dear listeners, it's called You Slay Me. It's a Murder, She Wrote podcast.
Are you rubbing your nipples?
No, scratching my underboob.
I was like, are you that excited?
That's more of this. That's more of this. I mean,
oh man,
God.
I don't know where your nipples are. I don't know how big they are.
They ain't down here. I guess some people's are. I guess some people's are.
Some people's nipples are like that.
Yeah, but mine are right here. They point straight out. That you can see them through most clothes because they're always a little. Anyway. Hey, man.
You could be real popular down here. Yeah.
I hope not, because I have one rule. You can touch a lot of my body. You cannot touch that part of my body.
Oh my God. Alexa, play Mariah Carey's Touch My Body.
Touch my body, baby, out the fair. You weren't expecting that, were you?
I was hoping for it.
Hey, Maim, did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
If you go to MimsandMaim.com, you can buy a nice shirt. We have new shirts out. We have shirts that say "That's a racism."
Oh my gosh!
And we have shirts that say "Beards are just contouring for men."
we need to start telling our friends about these shirts and not just on the podcast.
Our friends should be listening to this podcast.
I know, but once again, we should be telling our friends about those shirts and not just on the podcast.
Anyway, hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I like?
Oh, wait, hold on. I know this. Dramatic monologues from the 70s. Oh no, not that. Wait, I remember.
What?
5-star reviews.
5-star reviews. Hey, man, we just got a new review that I did not notice.
We actually got two things, and I was going to bring this up when we talked about the reviews, because I actually got an audio message.
You got an audio message?
I got an audio person sent an audio. Well, it's me an audio message. They didn't send it to Mims and Maim. It was like a 2-minute glorification. They love us.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So
you do yours first, and I'll shout out the next one.
So this is from I don't know how to pronounce that, so I do apologize, dear listener, that I Foyashi. There we go. Did you notice in the heart attack? Episode 31 of our podcast. It's the one where, you know, Hal Holbrook has the heart attack and everybody's coming around, and Julia called Peyton by his first name and his last name, which means that Julia kept her sugar baker. She kept her maiden name.
Of course she did.
Of course she did, because she is an Atlanta sugar baker, a strong woman.
She ain't gonna never change that ever.
No, she ain't. Okay, go on. Tell us what else we got.
So I'm gonna do this this little shout out message from. Let me find it on here real quick.
Oh, mercy! She had all this time to set the shit up, and she just decided not to.
Girl, I got too many different things on here. So this is from an Instagram follower, the real psychic Leo Brown, honey. The real psychic Leo Brown. Leo left us a very beautiful long message about how he used to watch this show, how it has meant a lot to him to reconnect to this show through us, that he appreciates how we keep it real, pointing out stuff that needs to be pointed out, even though we still are enjoying this show. So this shout out goes to the real psychic Leo Brown, honey. Yes. Leo also said if we ever wanted to have him on the show, he would not say no. I was like, okay. I'm like, okay.
Oh Lord, let me not drop. That about made me drop the mic. Let me not drop my mic.
Let me talk to my partner about this first. Let me talk to my little partner in crime about this. Eddie, we're having a conflab.
That girl, not a conflab. This is season 4, episode 10, Manhunt.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Girl, we'll have that conflab whenever I come down this week, okay?
By the way, dear listeners, this week, your 2 favorite friends are going to be back in person together.
That's right. She's dragging my ass to Miami.
I didn't drag your ass, man.
No, Rita Rudner did.
Rita Rudner, and you were like, I'm coming. I'm like, okay.
I mean,
girl.
I've been trying to see her for birth. I mean, it came out of the way.
You know what?
She's funny.
I found out something the other week that I was so sad because I was like, oh, man, that would have also been perfect for us.
What?
But I found out literally the day after, apparently Charo was here.
See, Charo, I mixed with because if she's been doing a lot of the orchestral stuff and not the funny stuff. I don't
know what kind of show it was.
Yeah,
it was
I respect and admire and love the fact that she does the orchestral beautiful stuff, but my gay soul wants to see the silliness.
You're like, enough with the classical. I want to see the coochie.
Exactly. I want to see her in the short ass dresses going,
we would be in the audience literally screaming it. Where's the coochie?
As she's going through this this amazing 12-minute Spanish guitar sonata, whatever. There's a coochie.
It's like the gay version of Freebird. Just screaming out coochie. Oh, all these like old Latin people and Jewish people would look at us so disgustingly like, who let them in here?
So we're at Sugarbakers. Suzanne's here.
Hey, girl. Hey.
She's looking for Mary Jo. Mary Jo's not around. She's out back with Anthony. She dinged Mary Jo's car.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound like a good thing.
She left a note on the car. She left a note that she always leaves. Hey, I just dinged your car. People are probably looking around thinking I'm writing my insurance information, name and insurance information on this. I'm not. Have a nice day. Guess who? And left on the car.
I love, is that a thing, by the way? I've always heard that used on TV shows. Is that a thing that people did, was like write their name and insurance and just put it on the car?
Yes.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yes.
I always thought that was just a kind of a joke for television.
No, like I have known somebody to bump into a car, get out, make sure there's no damage and move.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I do, dear listeners, that is illegal, so please don't do that. You should technically call the cops to have them inspect and stuff, get a report, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
yeah.
Well, Lord. Anthony and Mary Jo are here. And
Mary Jo already knows about the thing, by the way.
We haven't gotten to that point yet, girl. Don't skip ahead about 2-3 minutes. We got to make it through this rug that the Farkazy brothers won't accept back. And Anthony goes through a racism.
Do we have to? Like, I noticed that. I feel like later as this show goes on, like we get more Anthony doing accents. Like it seems like it becomes a thing, like a regular thing.
Well, girl, I don't know if you've seen the next episode yet.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
It's the first Suzanne's fat episode. Yeah.
The one where we have to stop pretending that she's not fat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
It's the first. It's the first.
Great.
It's the first one. Yeah. It's a my husband saw that and saw, ooh, goodness, that happened. So Julia looks at Suzanne and says, don't you have something to say? And Mary Jo's like, oh, I know about the ding. And Julia's like, I remember when you dinged a family of 5, Suzanne, and father had to go on disability.
Which I was kind of, I mean, I for, I guess obviously when I was younger, I didn't get that joke. But when she said it this time, I was like, wait a minute. That's very bad. But the audience is like, or laugh track. Like, yeah.
Do you think this was in front of a live studio audience?
I don't ever remember them saying it back then. They used to say it at the beginning of shows.
This was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, I don't ever remember Design Women saying that. So it might have been.
Or had the little live thing come up at the beginning. Yeah, that's right, because Cheers was filmed in front of a live studio audience, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So,
at least at the beginning.
It might have been, but it got also, once again, I remember me and you are so old at this point, like it might have been beyond the point where they stopped doing that. So before they stopped telling everybody that, they're like, God, we're old.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? We
are, girl. We're in our 40s now.
We're in our 40s.
You do know what this year is, by the way.
What?
I didn't realize it until yesterday.
What is it?
This year is our 25th high school reunion.
Are you going?
Oh, no. No.
I mean, unless the same day as Statesville Pride, then we both go to that.
Oh, that's true. Now, I don't think it is the same day, but, that's true.
Get a twofer.
To get it out of the way, girl. I'm going to show up at the parade and I'm going to show up on the field, girl.
And just drag it both.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
I know it yet. None of y'all surprised at all. So let's not even pretend like you is. Let's not pretend.
Girl, sweat everywhere because it's going to be in the middle of summer.
I mean, how many of y'all got grandchildren now?
How many of y'all want to see us do drag in front of them?
I brought a book to read.
It's the Bible. Let's see how much murder and incest there is in this. Oh, God.
Page 1.
Oh, God. Yeah, it doesn't take long for there to get ready to be an infanticide. It doesn't. No,
there's not much lead up. Honestly, there's not much lead up. There's not a lot of build up before the bad stuff starts happening. No,
just Adam, Eve, then there's Cain. Well, Cain's dead. And then
there's magically more children somehow.
Yeah.
The boys get married to who?
The people over there.
The people over there.
The Elvenkin. You didn't know this is actually all right. We need to get this back together.
No, it is. Before we start discussing the subplot of God's human conveyor belt that we didn't know about. That he's making all these new
Mary
people.
Jo, Charlene comes in real quick. Mary Jo invites Charlene to go on a walk with her. No. I've already got my maternity exercise plan. I'm going to stick to that because a walk is going to whatever.
It's going to be too much for her.
You know what? She came in to make sure she still had her union fees because she's real pregnant and walked the fuck right back out that door.
She was in this episode for literally a minute.
Oh, God.
She came in. And I was caught off guard when she left again. I was like, wait a minute. She could have just sat down and they could have forgot she was even there.
But Suzanne was like, I really miss when pregnant women just could sit around and do nothing. And then Jane Fonda, she's getting on them too. And I like Jane Fonda better when she was a communist. And Julia's like, she was never a communist. Well, she dressed like one.
Oh, those ladies. It's like they know us.
We find out Charlene's house hunting and Charlene leaves. There you go.
Yes, that's it.
Not to be seen again.
Like, bye, Charlene. Bye, y'all.
And she's not in the next episode either. Dear listeners, I'm going and warning you. She's just not in the next episode. I don't think she's the rest of the season because of the Babidi.
That little baby. Got that little baby girl. Mm-hmm.
Does she end up divorced at some point in this?
No, I don't think they never, I don't think they ever actually end up breaking up.
Okay.
I don't think. But I feel like they do have some sort of issues at some point, but I don't think they've ever broken up.
Well, we'll get to that eventually. Mary Jo's very sad. She's single.
Why is she sad?
She's single.
Oh,
and there was that survey that was on the front of People and Newsweek that said that women over 30 are just going to become old maids. 95% of them are going to become old maids, and just if they're single and they're never going to find love, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Dear listeners, I would like to, even though this comes up later on this episode, I would like to tell you, and please keep this with you if anybody ever mentions this, because it's still in our zeitgeist, right? It's
still there.
This still comes up. This study was completely debunked. Like it's like the one, and this is going to be controversial, yet brave thing I'm going to say. It's like the one for children getting autism with vaccines.
Girl.
Completely debunked. If you go and actually look at that study for the autism vaccines, it was written by a sociologist at UNC who later came out and said that their data was not good. It has been quoted so many times, and it's just not factual. This one was just not factual. It does not hold up to any kind of rigor, any kind of like data integrity, nothing. It is nothing. And of course it makes it everywhere so fast as possible to spread or stop the spread.
My my husband probably could overhear this conversation and was just screaming.
I had a woman who I worked with who was her daughter was 15, 14, getting ready to get the HPV vaccine. And she told her daughter not to. And I was like, well, I completely disagree with you. I was this person's supervisor. She's like, well, why is that? It causes autism. I was like, well, first of all, no, you need to go back and look at that study. It does not cause autism. And that was specifically the measles. Also, by not giving your daughter this vaccine, you may give her cervical cancer, which is far more likely to kill her than anything a vaccine could ever do. So I think that is bad parenting. And she looked at me and blinked. And I was like, yeah, go look it up. You say you're all into studies and stuff. Go look it up. I'll give you 15 minutes. Come back and apologize. And then you better call your daughter and tell her to go get it. She did.
You could have saved somebody's life just then. You might be saving somebody's life right now as we speak.
Like, oh, God.
Oh, Mims.
I have my moments.
Girl.
They are few and far between. Also, this little fever I got's affected my crazy. You give me fever.
Boom, 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 boom.
I just remembered that one scene in, was it Unhappily Ever After? One of those horrible UPN Fox white people comedies, and the grandmother comes in and just starts, you give me fever, and walks off stage into the kitchen.
That sounds like an Unhappily Ever After kind of moment.
It does.
It really does.
I must have been like 10 or 11 when I saw it, but it has stuck with me to this day.
That sounds like an Unhappily Ever After moment. Definitely, actually.
So Mary Jo's going to take the weekend off to herself and find herself a man.
Oh, goodness. Okay, Mary Jo. All right, girl.
So now we're at Media Play. Dear listeners, in Hickory, North Carolina, there used to be the best store.
It was the best store.
It was called Media Play. It had books. It had DVDs. It had tapes and CDs. And it had anime, and it just had shit it was so good. It was like Barnes & Noble on steroids. It was so fantastic. Was it not?
That was our favorite store.
Oh, my God. I used to go there. I remember the time that I I was right up at my credit limit. I used a credit card there. They were like, this has been declined, sir. And I just laughed, threw the card behind me, and grabbed another one. Oh, decisions we make when we're that age.
I was just thinking about that too earlier today. I was like, Lord, where I have come from in my life. It's like gospel song just waiting to happen, girl.
Where I come from.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know.
I've been. Got the lights turned off.
Yeah.
Had to commit some sins.
I mean. So Mary Jo is looking for this book called Power Dating.
Oh.
But Julia is looking for real literature.
Okay, can we pause for a moment?
Hold on. Let me get through
of
this
all
line.
The things to look for.
She goes to the clerk and asks for a test d'oeuvre. Go on, Maim.
Who in the 80s is sitting at home and says, I want to read Tess of the Arborvilles. Really, I really want to. Like, it's on my mind.
So here's the thing. Miss Sugarbaker, I'm sure, is a patron of the library.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure she could just go up to the library and get it. Number two, I'm sure she has like a library in her house that has a very old copy of this. It was of all the things. And she's talking to this poor clerk. She's like, do you have anything that has been on Donahue? And like, she implies that there's no literature that's been made in the 20th century. Toni Morrison would like to have a word with her.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny too, because I thought of all of the things I would love to read, it would be with an author that was on Donahue.
Yeah, no, right.
I mean, if I had to pick a book.
Funny story how Oprah had her book club.
Yes.
This is like foreshadowing.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I bet Donahue kicks himself now. He's just like, I could have done that.
Is Donahue still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think he is.
Okay. I know Sally Jesse still is.
Either is, well, yeah, no, she's going to be like Cher. It's going to be her, Cher, and the cockroaches. That's it.
It's just going to be her head floating there with those red-ass glasses.
I always think of her. She's one of those people that I can always imagine having a floating head, kind of like they did on Futurama. I can easily see her in that same sort of like just here.
Yep.
They just bring her back.
Yep.
Easily.
I think she was a floating head in Futurama. I think she was one of them.
Was she?
I think she was.
I never actually finished Futurama.
I didn't either. It does have the saddest moment in animation history.
Oh, yes, I know. I remember that moment, and I did cry profusely.
Oh yeah,
when I saw that.
I can't watch that episode ever again. Like I can't. I was like, I am not okay.
It's one of the saddest episodes ever made in ever.
Yes,
Truly,
I just kept saying, I am not okay. I am not okay.
Mm-mm. No, I don't like it.
Well, Mary Jo and Suzanne find this little book about power dating.
Yes, they find it.
And Suzanne's looking through it, and she's like, everybody knows this stuff. And she looks at Mary Jo. She's like, I've offered to help you before. Why don't you just let me help you now and just not worry about the dings? And Mary Jo's like, fine, but we're doing it according to the book.
Which, by the way, if Mary Jo has as much luck looking for a man as she did looking for that book, which we discovered later, it had a giant display in the middle of the bookstore.
Yeah.
I don't have a good feeling that this is going to go very well.
No. Oh God! So we're at the grocery store. And Suzanne's just
sexy grocery store.
Suzanne's just staying there eating grapes. And Mary Jo's like doing actual grocery shopping. And Suzanne's like, You need to like have a sexy cart. You instead of this 25 pounds of cat food and the biggest box of Kotex on this planet
ever made.
Product placement.
Well, that's a lot of product to place.
Like
I feel like your box of Kotex should not be larger than your torso.
It's like the episode of Seinfeld where oh God, what's Elaine gets all of the sponges left in New York after they're banned by the FDA.
I mean, it's a very weird thing. I mean, obviously, lady parts and lady fluids, those jokes just write themselves.
Yes.
However, I feel like this show probably could have avoided that.
Yeah. Well, yes. Dear listeners, if you don't know, if you're younger, a sponge is a contraceptive that's basically a sponge that had spermicidal liquid in it that women could wear, and it was apparently very comfortable, except it caused toxic shock syndrome if left in. So, yeah.
Poor women.
Yeah.
The things that happen to them are
So Suzanne moves, puts the Kotex and the stuff in the other cart, puts pate, some chilled wine, just starts throwing tomatoes into Mary Jo's cart, so slowly pushes the other cart out of the way. Made me laugh. But
I guess she was right though.
There's something very important.
What?
There's a man.
Oh my God, not a man.
And Suzanne, it's like, well, Mary Jo, you keep being wishy-washy, but according to the book, you should just surround yourself with laughter. So she's like, he's at the zucchini. That is a little bit too much for me. She's like, do it. So Mary Jo just starts laughing. He's like, well, and she grabs the bag. There's like 5 of them that come off, and he's like, what's so funny? She's like, oh, these zucchini. I have a great recipe for a ratatouille. Oh, I love ratatouille. Then the man's wife comes by.
You think that's where the movie Ratatouille got its origins?
No.
Oh. I would have liked that connection.
We find out tonight if Michelle Yeoh was going to win an Oscar, though, pretty much.
What's tonight? The
SAGs.
SAGs?
Yeah.
SAG tonight?
Is Director's Guild tonight?
Well, I'm
no,
still
Director's Guild was last night. Director Guild was last night. Producers Guild.
I'm still trying to figure out how the SAG Awards works. It's going to work on Netflix. That's going to be
It's on Netflix.
strange.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix's YouTube channel.
Oh.
So you watch it live on Netflix's YouTube channel.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, my husband was looking into it yesterday.
I'm really glad you clarified because didn't that used to be on like Turner, like TNT or something like that, like an actual network?
Yes.
Oh,
God,
boy, oh boy, this is where we're at now. I mean, I will say though, you know, as much as I kind of joke about it, at the same time, YouTube's viewership is probably higher than TNT.
True.
So
it's true. So Suzanne's like, hey, there's those 2 hot guys over there. Oh, never mind. Mary Jo's like, what? 2 guys, 1 cart, fresh pasta. You figure it out. Yeah.
We have to have a little bit of a gay joke there. Because,
I don't think that's a gay joke. I think I don't think it's gay. I don't think that's a bad joke. Do you?
I didn't say it was a bad joke. I just said it's a gay joke. That's a gay joke.
You're a gay joke.
I am.
Here's Anthony.
Oh, hey, speaking of gay jokes.
You took my joke away from me.
Haha, that's what you get.
He's like, where y'all doing it? We're shopping. And as he walks away, he's like, okay, I won't even ask. But Mary Jo, I just want to tell you that there's an attractive fellow over at the single serve frozen veggies.
He probably gets the ones with the sauce.
Oh, God, that corn and that butter.
I remember that. Oh, it was terrible.
My old roommates used to eat that. I'm like, just Just get the plain corn and add butter to it.
No.
The corn and the butter, it tastes bad to me. Yeah. Oh, God.
That's not how they do that, honey. You know that.
No. My favorite vegetarian meal, though. Let me tell you about my favorite vegetarian meal. Oh, and I have a recommendation for you and our dear listeners. Not sponsored.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Beyond Meat's bratwurst are
For real?
fan-fucking-tastic.
And this is coming
sponsored.
from a German American, so know if a German American says
taste
okay,
right, pan fry them. They got the taste right. Is it 100% a like the mouthfeel of a bratwurst? No, but they got the taste right. Well, what they've got a certain mouthfeel.
No, just the mouthfeel of a bratwurst just feels like a porn rating to happen. That's all. That's all. Just sorry. What was it, Kazo Films?
Girl, God, is Kazo even still around?
I don't know. I just thought to myself, like,
God,
German porn.
Kazo was Czech.
No,
Kazo was Latino.
Kazo's German. Kazo is German.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Kazo's
not Czech. Kazo's German.
I thought it was all Latinos.
No, Kazo is German. I remember because stuff used to come up like online that was like in German. Like,
oh yeah, it's from Berlin.
Titles. Yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, because I was at first I thought it was like Nazi stuff. I was like, "Is this?" But it wasn't. It was just German.
Oh
which I learned later was there's a difference.
There is. So now we're at a course. And they Suzanne's like, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find an empty spot so that men can surround you, can talk to them during, the entire class. And they go into the class as all women. The class is advanced auto mechanics.
Oh wow, that's a.
The teacher comes in and it's a woman too.
Oh.
Suzanne just stands up and says, "Excuse me, could we get a refund? I'm here with my friend and like we just came here to meet men." The teacher's like, "Yes, because the rest of everybody's here to learn. We don't want your kind here." And then everybody's like, "Can we get a refund?" Somebody comes in and says there's some like 9 hot guys in the Chinese cooking class, and everybody just leaves and rushes out.
No,
they're
I
probably
felt
the
like
same people who had the pasta earlier.
Yeah, well, I felt like in that moment, I was like, "Oh, is that this show kind of like taking a moment to say, you know what, men are probably going through the same thing women are going through." I kind of got that little bit of a vibe. You didn't think so?
No, I did not.
Because I thought that they were all in the Chinese cooking class to find a woman.
No, I don't think so. I think that they were gay.
Homosexuals. They can't find a man because they're all homosexuals.
So now we're in front of a bathroom where the gays go to look for men.
Oh my gosh, there's a theme.
Dear listeners, if you're ever in a gay club, just
don't go to the bathroom.
No. Well, yeah, you can if they're like locking stalls.
Oh, sure. If they have stalls, yeah. If it's a trough, no.
Mary Jo's basically like, I can't believe that this was, you're doing this. She's like, this was my idea. And Mary Jo's like, we can leave. And a man immediately comes out and says, "Hey, where y'all going? I want to buy you a drink." Haha.
Which would never happen.
No.
That would never happen.
So we're back at Sugar Bakers.
And we're exhausted at this point.
We are. And Julia is, quote unquote, razzing them. There's a phrase. I have a coworker who like, because I'm kind of a smart ass. And I've kind of a smart ass to her. And she's like, every once in a while I'll do something wrong or say something silly. And she's like, well, there are people around me. She's like, oh, I was just coming over to razz you. And another coworker, like another one of my reports, was right behind her. I was like, he's like, I just want to see what one of her world famous razzings was like. And I was like, this is her razzing. She just comes over, tells me she's going to razz me, and she walks away. That's it. I don't know. Girl.
I would say, I'd pull her to the side and say, we need to work on your material. You're bombing.
It's too difficult.
It's too difficult.
Mary Jo's like, I just want a homebody to like sit in front of the fire with an Irish setter. And Suzanne is like, you could just become a vet because eventually that Irish setter needs to get medicine. And I'm like,
that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Mary Jo has a break. Go ahead.
I was going to say, then we have the spin-off episode where Mary Jo becomes a vet. That happens, right?
That would be much better than the last 2 seasons of the show. So Mary Jo's like, I'm one of the 95%. There are going to be people coming to my house saying, there's old widow Shively. She just never found a man. And Julia pulls out a retraction from the New York Times that was on page 8.
Wow.
Page 8. Yes.
Not on their front page because it's ruined so many women's lives.
Yes. Hidden away.
Like hidden figures. Wait. What? I'm so sorry. What are you looking for now?
Viola Davis, because she's sad she didn't say yes to that movie. Oh God.
I mean, you gotta have some you gotta leave room, Viola, for others. You gotta leave some room, girl.
I want Taraji to get an Oscar so bad. I want her to have an Oscar so bad.
She'll get one at some point.
I don't think
she will. She got sidetracked by TV. She'll be back in movies very soon.
Okay. I hope so.
I mean, think about it. We have very limited roles for Black women that can act. So I mean, right now Viola, she's kind of aging out of a series of roles.
It's true.
Right? She's moving into Angela's territory. Angela's aging into a new territory. So Taraji's going to be aging into Viola's territory.
Okay,
I said, Hollywood has very limited openings for strong Black women.
That's true.
Cicely Tyson died. Angela Bassett moves on in, honey. She takes her bags and she comes on in. She's like, all right, I'm the new grandma.
And then
I'm the new grandma. Oscars are like, here you go. Here's your Oscar. Thank you. Finally.
Oh, God. Then she gets to give a speech on a porch.
Right. Viola's like, okay, cool. I'm moving on into Auntie Angela's roles now. So I'm moving on into the sexy auntie roles. And HBO's like, great, cool. We're going to give you a series based on your Suicide Squad character. I'll take it. Right. So that's what happens.
God. All right. Where are we?
Happy Black History Month, everybody. Happy Black History Month. That was your lesson for the day.
So enter in 80 stud Phil Berenger.
Yeah.
He's got some hair. He's
got
the
teacher
hair, that Mary Jo's going to work with for the PTA thing. He's single.
Oh.
And like he filled out the plan in front of his fireplace, but he has to apologize because his dog got a hold of it and there's teeth marks.
Oh my God. What kind of dog was it?
Well, Suzanne is like, excuse me, is your dog an Irish setter? No, it's an English setter. He leaves.
Close enough, girl.
And then Suzanne just looks to Mary Jo and says, I guess you're right. You're never going to find somebody that's exactly perfect. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia World?
I really liked the outfit, the one that Suzanne wore, the black and red.
Yes. That's so good with
good on her.
the ruffles and the little cinch. Like it wasn't too cinch,
Yeah.
just a little cinch. Yeah, that was so good. So
I was like,
good.
yeah, this is my thing.
Good.
I like it a lot. Yeah. So she looked adorable. And like, I don't know. It's so funny now. Obviously, this was the 80s, so this is a very different time. But it's like, man, I really wish that they had used Suzanne's plus sizeness to actually like showcase that plus size women could continually.
No, girl.
Oh, I know.
Next episode
I know. I'm just
destroys
saying, like,
any thought
now
of
in
that.
hindsight. Yeah, now in hindsight, it's like, man, this could have really set some. This could have really changed some stuff.
We've completely changed what we think about obesity since then. It is very. I mean, some people have not. Like some doctors have not, but
nope.
On the whole, people have.
Thank you, Christian Siriano, for remembering that plus size women actually do want to look pretty.
It's absolutely true.
I think it's funny that Christian, obviously, like when he was on Project Runway, that was not his jam, and they actually like picked a girl that was her jam. But then Christian still like kind of like surpassed that. He's like, oh, we can do better than what you're doing. For plus-size girls.
Yeah. Hey, Maim, did you enjoy this episode?
I thought it was fun, right? I thought it was fun. I think that this is one of those episodes that's really nice to remind us of culturally how far we've come. And technically how far we still have to go. But still, like, but yeah, I mean, because nowadays, we have friends that are divorced and dating and remarried and things like that in their 30s and 40s. So clearly, a lot of these stigmas didn't stick. I guess probably because half the population gets divorced usually in their 30s.
It's true. Except for, so there's the statistics out now finally about gay men.
Oh,
we don't get divorced.
We don't.
We don't. We do not.
We just die.
We
just die.
We just pretty much. Because here's the thing, Maim. We'll just, rather than worry about people cheating or something, we'll just open it up. Like we'll just be like, okay, you know what? You're the fucker I can deal with the rest of my life. Like, I'm good to have you here. If you're going to cheat, just talk to me. We'll figure it out. That's fine.
Is this just about sex? Okay. We're not, that's not enough.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Lesbians.
Like, bitch, I'm 52. I'm tired. So
lesbians,
whatever.
However, lesbians.
Just don't bring them back to me. We'll be good.
Lesbians, however, tend to get divorced at a slightly higher rate than straight people.
I can't imagine why.
Oh, goodness.
Can't imagine why that.
Hey, Maim, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Oh, sure. Hello, dear listeners. It's I, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can find me on social media at Auntie Maims with an S. You can find me in real life performing with the Villain Theater, improv and stand-up comedy theater in Miami. More about them at villaintheater.com. You can find me hosting every Thursday night Amazing Colossal Karaoke, which is like a cabaret show in South Beach. You can find out more about them at Killy Rydell. Then... I'm not really doing a lot of stand-up right now, so that's not a thing. But you can find me every other week hosting the It's Happening Out talk show at itshappeningout.com. It's a little queer-focused talk show where I and a bunch of other panelists talk about the week's events in queer life. So how about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at Divine Miss Mims. I am going to start streaming soon. Probably in 2 to 3 weeks because, stuff's come up. I was sick and then I was tired and then I'm sick and tired. And now I'm going down to Florida. So
you gonna die. We gonna burn you alive, girl.
I hope not. Anyway. Oh, girl. Oh, Lord, what was I going with this? Anyway, hey, Maim, you can find me on Twitch at Divine Miss Mims. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have a Patreon?
Shut your front door.
If you go to patreon.com, Mims Maim, you can throw some money. I say, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know? Do we have another podcast?
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I did.
It's called You Slay Me. It's a merch for it podcast. Hey, Maim.
Oh, yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You should tell some of our friends about it.
I won't. But dear listeners, you can go find it at MimsandMaim.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I like?
Oh,
God, this bit every time.
5-star reviews.
Yes, Maim. Finally, I had to pry it out of you using the jaws of fucking life. Dear listeners, I love 5-star reviews. They mean a lot to me.
You should not talk about yourself like that.
Oh, I am a 5-star review. What? I've only ever gotten less than 5 stars once, and he knows what he did. Anyway.
Wow. Sorry, Poopery.
Babe, you bitch. Just say good night, babe.
Good night, man.